Hi, hello everyone. We are here. So sorry for being 2 minutes late. I I was thank you. I didn't know me
It's
and
all
my
good.
so
Welcome everyone. I see Felisa and Meg and Honey and Jeremy. Hello, Mascara
hi
Masquerade.
Jeremy.
Mascara Masquerade. That's what I'm trying to say.
We were talking earlier today.
Ryan and Alex and Deja speaking from beyond the grave. Okay.
Remember to lick and scribble.
Yes.
I don't have my rings on today because I filmed 2 videos. I showered. Just like let me live my best life, okay?
Thorn, this is a mood. I coated my face with Chimera and put on a green lipstick, and that's it. No jewelry, no nothing besides a little shoulder. Wearing my spooky LGG shirt, actually. Spooky.
I'm sorry, y'all. Bo is in the background doing the absolute fucking most. And so that's a thing. Be sure to like, share.
Yes.
If you haven't shared this out to everyone, please do so because I don't have my phone.
Yeah, it's one of those nights, I think, for both of us because, it's just one of those nights.
Yeah, I'm on that shit. Like, okay, first of all, if you have not subscribed to Emily's channel, please do so. That would make me very happy if you would do so. It would make her very happy as well. We would be 2 happy ladies. I'm so sorry. I have so many problems. Let's not talk
I have
about
a birthday subscriber goal that I don't know if I should say out loud or not, but I would love to see my number go up. Let's just say that.
Yes.
Bo's brand doing the most in the background. Yes.
Yay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Bo just y'all, he's on that shit today. I can't. I had to take it very quick and it's raining.
I agree with that question.
For me?
What do I have on? Nothing.
I wasn't looking. One thing is a secret. That'll be out tomorrow. Is JD Glow, Terra Moons, and the now canceled GMG. So
GMG.
That's what's on my eyes. Even though it is canceled, the shades are still pretty, bitches, and I'm still gonna use them.
You still own the product, so you might as well. Also, I am gonna put more makeup on while we're talking because multitasking is a lie, but I just feel like it.
Yes. Yeah, multitasking is a lie. So yeah, I was playing a little, and
I'm still mad that you said it's a secret. Hey, Ani. Like
sorry.
what?
You know the secret, but you know the secret.
Not right now. My brain's not working.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Oh wait, did you just jazz it up? Is that what happened? Never mind.
No, I redid my whole damn face.
Okay, never mind.
No, but you're right though. You're still right.
Yes. If you don't know, Give Me Glow canceled. You can look at their own apology on their own Instagram if you want to hear more.
Oh, they tried to apologize?
And I feel like they were just digging their grave worse.
Oh, girl, no. Tell me it. Say it ain't so.
Yes.
Say it ain't so.
And yes, I'm over here putting cream product on my face because brushes. What are they?
I just added more shit to my lips. Listen.
It's just yeah.
I'm a whole mess. I'm a whole mess today, y'all. I look, the only thing that's going well are these nails. And my so that they're Black Widow nails. Like, can you see the little Black Widow like sign right there? Because y'all know me. Okay, I think I got it. Sweet. Okay, anyways, they have been in my live stream, my late night live streams, and I have been on this like kick to try to pronounce their name properly. And y'all, that's just how I roll. So for those of you who are new, I know we're like almost 5 minutes in, we haven't even had a conversation about what the fuck this video is about. This is a live stream. And what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be taking a look at new releases, and we're going to find out, is it shit we want? Is it shit we don't want? Is it things that we're maybe thinking about? Is it things that we're going to say that we don't want and pick up later anyway because we're fucking clowns? You know what?
There's definitely going to be, I would say at least one, but if not more than one.
There's going to be some
clowns.
Tia, it is Give Me Glow Cosmetics. They make...
And Gabby is on the money. It's okay to have and use makeup we have. There's no hate if you like Give Me Glow products or any other canceled brands. I say for me, as like somebody that posts on YouTube or posts on Instagram rarely, probably when it comes to having stuff from brands that I don't love, I just don't tag them. I might mention it if somebody asks, because people do ask, but I just don't. I try to keep it brandless when I don't like them. So
I am so sorry, Ryan. Ryan said, for those of you listening, Audra, I had the replay on the other day while I was grading, and the pierced carrot had me distracted from grading and laughing so damn hard. You filthy girl. Yes, I'm so sorry. I can't help who I am. So yeah,
that
clownery
story was truly everything. Let's just say that.
Yeah, it just, listen, I can't, that was a situation.
That story was a situation, to put it kindly. Like, that story was so good.
Hey, Tanisha, y'all, if you're not subscribed to Tanisha's channel, please do so immediately. Tanisha is fabulous and fantastic and also stunningly beautiful. And this is where things get weird. She is a grown-ass person. Listen, I know that she is, okay? I get it, okay? I know that you're grown, but like, you look so young. And I know that you're like 4 feet tall. And that's okay. I'm not mad at you for it.
You better not be mad at short people. Leave us alone. You get enough shit as it is by you tall people.
Right, I'm so sorry. Like,
okay.
But,
I like a whole adult.
But she is the most precious daughter. She was on like last night, and like, it was just so cute. So if you have not subscribed, please do so. She is having she's doing a lot of wonderful things with her channel. So I'm excited for the changes. I think a lot of people are doing some changes. 2020 has brought about a lot of change, and I'm looking forward to most of it, especially if it happens the way that I want it to happen.
Yes. Audra has reminded me, manifest the positive. So
manifest.
And for Lisa, who asked, I'm wearing Midnight Wasabi from Fenty, the Mademoiselle, and I just put some gloss on, so it might look messy. Might get messy, but
messy.
I haven't checked out Tanisha's channel. I have to go. Okay, I have to change that. I will make a note for later.
Okay, done.
Hey, Day, welcome, and Tia, I feel you on that.
Listen, it's not y'all's fault. I'm not gonna be mad. Listen, it's just, I'm a giant. I'm the jolly black giant everywhere I go, and it's a little intimidating for me at times. I'm like, oh, I'm so tall and monstrous, and then I'm like, but it helps with my goth aesthetic, because when I'm like marching around in a fucking ball gown skirt.
I love the aesthetic you've embraced lately, and also thank you, Thorn, and thank you to all the mods that always do all the good work, and thank you for everyone dropping links and reminding people, and so much love. And
those are the things I wanted. The last bit of housekeeping was I want to sincerely thank my patrons and my mods. You have been wonderful.
Nice.
You all are just amazing. The things that you do, the way that you're handling the channel, I really appreciate it. Because like, for those of you that don't know, the mods don't get paid. All right, they're just
all volunteer.
That volunteer to manage all of this.
Or I throw wrenches at them and I wait for them to say no. That has happened in multiple chats where I'm just like, oh, I don't have enough wrenches, and I just throw wrenches at people, and I'm like, look, if you don't want it, just tell me.
Yes, because listen, my Vlogmas Live is coming up, and I'm just going to say thank you as many times as possible. And a huge shout out to my patrons. Thank all of you so much, for without you, I wouldn't be here. I know I have been like MIA. These last few weeks have been ha, ha, ha. But I'm thinking after the election, things are going to be So we're going to speak in sounds today. Apparently.
Yes, thank you to my patrons as well. And I also I just feel like I've been so neglectful over there. And I know that y'all are the most kind and considerate people, but you're also helping me do things and support things that I don't. Oh yes, Alex and Wrench.
Now you do.
There we go. The wrench is important as long as we trust you. Obviously, if we don't trust you, you won't get a wrench. But that's pretty apparent.
It's that simple.
Or that.
I will just snatch the wrench the fuck back, because we're not going to be playing them mean reindeer games. All right. So here we go.
Yes,
we're 11 minutes in.
All of the support, for everything, and for dealing with us every week, twice a week. Love y'all so much.
I am going to pull it up.
Yes.
And we're going to start chit-chatting.
We're going to start here. Okay.
We are going to go ahead and start with the Colourpop Star Wars Baby Yoda, inspired by Lucas's The Mandalorian, which I don't even know what the fuck listen, I'm not a Star Wars fan.
Me neither.
Here is
I'm very glad I'm not alone.
Colourpop palette. It is, listen, y'all know I'm a green bitch. I do like green. I'm with Emily on this. I used to hate green. And then I started to realize I look amazing. Okay. I look amazing in green. Okay?
You do.
Like, green. I have brown eyes. It's making me look fantastic. Well, actually, they're like damn near black. But
yeah, same difference.
What is this?
I don't want it. How many neutral with a pop of muted green palettes can Colourpop come out with in like a 6 month time span?
Yes, I mean, I've come over here, like I was like, maybe if I look at it on another page. No, it's
no.
I was like, if I look at it bigger, the answer is still no. The thing is, the drawing on the front, so cute. So cute. It doesn't exactly look like Baby Yoda to me. It's close.
I also kind of don't get the hype on Baby Yoda, but I'm not a Star Wars person. So when it was like a whole meme and everybody was responding with Baby Yoda images, I was just like, I'm going to stay over here and shut my mouth before I get roasted off the internet. But what are those swatches?
Thank you. This is the next thing. What are these swatches? Okay, so if we're starting at the wrist and we move down, the third swatch is almost invisible. All right, it is almost invisible. So that's just like a blend into nothing shade for me. Then when you go down let's see, for fifth one, that weird hideous, that color is hideous. I'm sorry, that is a
gray
shade.
Yeah.
Because it's like greenish and gray. It's just not quite right. It's not seasoned well. Then the brown is actually really pretty. The last three shades are quite lovely. But realistically, I'm not interested. What do you have to say?
A lot of those colors look like wall paints. Like, that's what it makes me think of. No, it's just like the gray, the sagey green, the brown. Like, it looks like a pretty color palette for someone's beach sunroom.
Yeah.
But not something I want to put on my face.
Somebody even commented, they said it'll sell out in 5 seconds and then never get restocked. Good luck.
Oh, and they already struggled with the Hocus Pocus release on their site. So, yeah. I don't know how they're going to handle Baby Yoda.
Yeah, I mean...
I realize that,
what somebody said. The packaging is adorable, but the shades are so boring.
Yeah. And I realize that those are the colors, I guess, of Baby Yoda. But I also think not everything has to be makeup.
Correct.
And I think that's where I'm landing on this one, where yes, it might be reflective of Baby Yoda and the colors might match, but that doesn't make it good makeup.
Correct. Like, it just isn't good. I'm going to go see what y'all are saying. Okay, so I'm rolling down here. I'm going to paint the blue-gray in my bathroom later.
Exactly. Like, that's what that color looks like to me. My old workplace, Baby Yoda green.
Yes, I mean, Faye was saying CP does not do green well.
Yeah.
We have somebody who actually likes don't mind the color story. All right, cool. I like seeing everybody's like feelings. Yes, it's giving Sherwin Williams. Our daily bras,
where everyone
but could dupe most of it.
And I'm truly curious, for those that love Star Wars, love Baby Yoda, and are excited by this. Like, are you excited because you're just excited to have this collaboration? Are you excited because the colors feel reflective of the theme, and so you don't really like, doesn't really matter to you if it's necessarily like a good makeup color story? Like, that's always my curiosity. Or if it's that whole makeup as merch thing, which is its own other
that's
issue.
That's its own world. Like, makeup as merch is its own world. Tanisha, buy it, girl. Listen.
Yeah.
I am just one voice and Emily is another voice. We don't always agree. But yeah.
And I think also for me, I'm so not interested in Colourpop's quality that I don't get drawn in. Like, if they could have ever gotten me, it would have been Hocus Pocus, probably.
Yes. And
they didn't.
And the other thing too is I've been hearing repeatedly that they're just like not restocking on anything. It seems like, so people are just like getting upset because they're trying to buy some of their favorite stuff. They can't get it. And then they keep releasing this. So
yeah,
going to the next thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was visceral.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right.
Actually, this is an interesting part of the conversation because both, I should have mentioned it. I was distracted. Baby Yoda. So there's this account called Doodles by the Bunny, and they do art. They do palettes, like drawn palette inspiration. Like Ariel Annette is another account. He does kind of like digital art. I mean, maybe Doodles art is digital too, but like redesigns in that way rather than like a physical, the way I dupe the vibes with singles. A year ago, Doodles by the Bunny did a Baby Yoda inspired art theme. And people were saying like, oh yeah, look at Colourpop just, and of course the colors were different. Colourpop went much lighter and paler, whereas Doodles was, I feel like it was similar but deeper and grungier. And then Doodles also did a Huda kind of looking palette that reminds me of the Naughty palette. So it's just being a creator on the internet, like sometimes you got to hold tight to ideas and not put them out there.
Sorry about this face. Like, looking at this Naughty palette is making my face do that, y'all.
If y'all haven't seen the bottom left color up close, it's called Slippery. I have tryptophobia. It varies in degree of how much it reacts, and that means like not liking like things that are like little holes. Slippery is like a pearls encased in gloss. It looks like a disease.
Yes, this is from Huda Beauty. This is the latest. I don't really know what the fuck this is. So I'm going to go over to I'm seeing if there's one. Of course there's Huda. I'm like, of course there's Huda. I was trying to see if there's one okay. I don't understand what we're doing here because they're like 8 velvety soft mattes, 5 high shine metallics, and then 3 multi-reflective marble creams and 1 hypnotic marble cream. Here's another issue. I don't want creams with my powders.
That too. And I didn't realize some of those marble ones were cream. I knew about the
I didn't either.
gloss. But it looks like 5 of them are
Look away,
creams.
Emily.
Oh yeah, no, I've stared at it enough where I'm just like, okay.
It does, like, I don't have that thing, but it does, it looks diseased.
Why is it wet?
Yeah.
Why is it wet?
It just looks, you know when a bird shits, y'all, like
Celine, 2020 in a color.
Yes, because that's what it looks like. You know those big, like, and I'm not talking about regular birds. I'm talking about like seabirds. You know when a seabird takes a dump and like drops that shit? That's exactly what it looks like. What?
I just.
I'm like,
and then they named it Slippery.
Yes.
What?
At least, oh my god, ew, why is that all bumpy and shit?
Also, like, don't try to poison me and call it hypnotic cream. Yeah. Also, like, creams go bad faster or dry out quicker than powder. So why are you giving me, like, no? Oh, looks like Jackson Hill lipsticks under the microscope.
It's been a while since we had a J8 lipstick joke. That felt
looks
good.
Like frog's eggs, fish eggs.
I'm sorry.
Looks like it's gonna hatch soon.
Yes, like it does. It literally, like, because of where I live, like there's lakes and things, so I know what lake bird shit looks like, and that's it. It's like when they eat all that weird stuff and it's just afterbirth, gross. Everybody's just like, why does it look like that? I don't know. I want to know who told them that anybody wanted this, and let's see if maybe we're wrong. Lacey's right up at the top. I am unsettled.
Hello, Petri dish. Is that you?
That just like made my day. I am
unsettled. It's what it is. It's just like, it's just unsettling. Like, what is happening?
I see some of y'all in the chat right now, and it's just so funny that I'm seeing y'all like, I don't like looking at Slippery at all. Like, a lot of y'all are just like, the Slippery shade makes me really uncomfortable.
Me before Accutane. Mia.
Somebody else did the same thing. I have trypophobia, and I can't look at that shade with the bumps. No, ma'am, I'm freaking out.
And I thought the marble effect, like, Huda is smart. Because it's a dumb, easy, like not easy, but it's the easiest thing. And people are like, oh my God, it's like reflective chunks in there.
Someone legit said Slippery looks like COVID-19 in a pan.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and we will get there, Millie.
Everybody's getting like creep vibes from it. Like,
sorry.
What exactly is naughty about this? Also, Slippery is giving me vibes, creepy vibes. So yeah, it's a no for me, dog. I will not even get this just to play, like, we're gonna move on.
Again, it's a I'm not awarding you for this bullshit. No.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna like fuck with it and be like, well, maybe no, because also it's just gonna gross me out. I feel like if I touched it, I would get that like that slippery butthole feeling that you get where your butthole tries to retreat back into your life. It's a safety measure. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me. Okay. That's factual.
It's truth, though.
Yeah, it's like since we don't have our tails anymore, like that's what it is. So this is the KVD holiday collection again. Now it's got like the palette with some lashes and the tattoo liner and lip glosses. All right. So the Edge of Reality the palette is the Edge of Reality palette. It's a fully recyclable eyeshadow palette. And it's $45 with 6 mattes and 8 shimmers. And then the other part is the Go Big or Go Home lashes set. I think it's $20, I feel like, for all 4. If it's not, I'm going to not be happy. Then there's the Dazzle vegan eyeshadow sticks, and they're $22. Okay, here's the thing that so the way that my eyes work at times, I saw that as vajazzle instead of Dazzle vegan. So I apologize if I started laughing. Vajazzle. then the Legendary Icons, then the Kitten Mini. It's boring.
Yeah. Remember, I'm such a bitch right now. Remember when you were interested in the Kat Von D palette? Did you ever see the swatches? They are so... I still can't figure out where to find them, but I saw them again, like, on Instagram, and they're better than the first swatches I saw.
Well, here's the thing. Here's where it stands. Like, I like kind of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 5? I kind of like the last 5 shades. I have better golds than that, so like I'm cool. I kind of like the last 5 shades, but it's like I just really like the packaging, if I'm going to be honest.
It's really pretty. And as somebody that actually, and I think I admitted this when we were talking about it last time, who likes the Saint perfume and likes the white packaging that they've done on the Saint perfume that's very similar to this palette, I understand being drawn to the palette. There are so many times, again, where if companies released empty magnetic palettes or compacts, like mirror compacts, I'd be like, okay, I'll give you my money just to have a pretty piece in my collection. What are these?
These are the lip colors. Here's where I was very interested, because this is the first time I've seen somebody do this. So I went here. The first lip examples they show are on Persons of Color. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is awesome.
But I was also looking very closely at these lips to determine if they were the same as these lips.
See, they're photoshopped. Yeah, yes. I can understand that.
Yeah. I'm like,
I've definitely done that where I'm staring at the different swatches and I'm like, who did y'all take these from?
Yeah.
Because it happens.
So yeah, I mean,
it's funny. These colors are so boring to me, though, for Kat Von D or KVD.
Yeah, like Tulip and Hollyhock, excuse me.
Yeah,
like they're actually, all of those are really pretty on the brown skin girls. But like, here's the thing: the brown skin goils, we're good because we have Mented and we have why is it escaping me?
I mean, there's Propa, there's Mented.
Propa, that's it. That's what I was saying.
I feel like there's so many. Yeah,
we have Propa, Mented, Juvia's Place came out. So like we already have these. So I just don't see the point in having done this. Oops, sorry, I did the wrong thing. And then like,
or there's the metallic eyeshadows, which again look really, really weak.
Yeah, they look very sad.
It looks like a sadder version of that Makeup Mario metallic palette.
Yeah, somebody even said it. You can tell Kat Von D really did leave the company. And so he's like, this doesn't even look like the same brand. Without Kat, this brand lacks excitement, might as well not exist. Yeah, here's the fact. And like, this is my favorite comment right here. Oh, how I miss that bold goth brand with KVD and her artistry team, and the fact that it's gone forever. Nope, I don't support her silly, stubborn actions, but let's accept it. Without her, this brand is nothing. I agree.
Yeah, or without the people that she hired to work with her.
Yeah.
Because it's not a guarantee that it's her, but it's that her name drew in the right people. And once she left,
it is just
probably changed.
Yeah, it's hot garbage. Like and here's the thing. I've never, like, as we say, and I will always say this, I've never liked Kat Von D, the person. As a tattoo enthusiast, that's how I got to know her. I never liked her as a person, but I was always intrigued by her brand. I just wouldn't buy it because I didn't like her. You know what I mean? And that was long before all of this stuff took place.
Yep.
I have disliked her since I was married, and that was
because if you actually watch the shows that she was on, you see what kind of an asshole she is. You don't necessarily see all the other shit, but I remember that's how I found her as well, and I always thought her brand was intriguing. And again, they kind of reminded me of the Melt of the world, where I never felt like I had quite the pull to buy, but I wanted to get something from KVD.
I did too.
I wanted the Pastel Goth, actually, and missed it. And they were one of the first brands that I felt like were doing limited edition that was actually limited edition.
Yeah.
Because they would do these holiday releases and then they would just go away. And like, I remember how Mi Vida Loca, the record a palette that had like the colors in circles, was like one of the first mainstream rainbow palettes, and it was like the white whale for every beauty lover that didn't get it when it first came out.
Yeah.
And it was interesting to see after like a year and a half, people admitting like it's not that good. Don't be sad you don't have it anymore. Because I remember Jordan talked about this some, where it's like, and even if you still wanted it a year and a half later, the formula has changed. Move on. But I always wanted to want things from the brand. So I don't know how long Kendo can hold on to this brand.
I feel like, who said it, Brett? Elise said it. This brand needs to just cut its losses and put itself out of its misery, because it's on the slow. It's like this train. It's like, oh my gosh. I feel a lot like somebody has put salt on a snail, and it's just
you're just watching it slowly shrivel.
Yes, and I'm just like, let it go. Just crush it already. This is cruel. All right, and now we've got, yes, that's right, more Colourpop. So they have one that's ornate, one that's grandeur, and one that's baroque. And if it ain't baroque, don't fix it. I'm sorry. Mia's virtual vanity is going to kill me for that one. So each one is $14. The ornate and the grandeur are like literally the same. They're damn near the same palette. I don't know.
Yeah. They really didn't have to make that middle one. They could have just made and the one on the right, I think it's the Baroque, I've seen it compared to some of their other cooler tone and blue palettes. Yeah. And it probably is some of the more interesting cooler tone palettes that they've done. But they've done so many cool tone palettes in the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Like they had a 9-pan, they had a 30-pan. The 9-pan was duping previous releases they had already come out with. And I realized that this is probably like the Ulta exclusive. That's what I'm assuming.
It might be November online and in stores. #Ulta exclusive. I don't think that it is though. Here's a fun fact, because I'm going to tell you this. I can't remember which palette it was, but I was on Beauty Bay, I think, and it said it was exclusive to Beauty Bay, and then I saw it on the Sephora, the same palette on Sephora, and it was also saying exclusive to Sephora. So I don't know how much I believe in that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the Ulta ones, I think here's the thing, is that they might actually be exclusive to Ulta, but they're basically duping existing Colourpop palettes. Colourpop is basically just saying, here are slightly different ones, so that for the Colourpop stands of the world, they feel like they have to buy them all. When I remember when they did a butterfly collection and they did 2 or 3 palettes with Colourpop, and then 2 weeks later they did 2 or 3 palettes with Ulta. And it's like, if you bought them all, you would have had so much overlap.
So here is my theory.
Wait, there are blushes as part of this?
I don't know if I got all the rest of the picks. We'll go back into Trend Mood or go to Colourpop and see. But I have a theory. So here's my theory on Colourpop. My theory is, the reason that they are not restocking is because they don't have the shit to restock. And they're literally all these palettes look the same because this is what all they have to make. And they just keep making it over and over again. That's what they have the ingredients for. And that's what the fuck they're doing.
See, I think of it as they're not restocking, just like how holiday releases don't get restocked. They do one shitty run. The quality is what it is. It sells out. They move on.
Well, no, I mean, it's not even just the palettes. It's Super Shock Shadow, all kinds of shit is just not being restocked. I don't think they can. I don't think they have the ingredients.
Or they don't care. So they're putting their ingredient, they're trying to put the ingredients they have towards the stuff that sells the most.
Yeah. Because, the C19 has been messing with a lot of things. So I'm just saying.
That's true. Yeah.
Because BH, people were saying that about BH as well.
I haven't been looking at their site at all. So I didn't even really get that. That's interesting. Okay. They're rationing pigment.
Next up, we have yet another rainbow palette.
A really big one, too.
Yes, it is from Prados Beauty. It's Prados and Stephen Paul Judd. And it's celebrating the resilience of all indigenous peoples throughout Turtle Island.
Yeah.
Here's my problem.
Mm-hmm.
I feel okay. So there's way too many. Like so one is a yellow shimmer, one's a yellow matte, right? The three pinks, there could just be one of those. There's two of these reds. I don't know why there's two. There could just be one. There's the three on the bottom, the three like brownish colors are virtually the same. You could just have one of those. It just feels like the two orange, like there's three oranges and two of them are damn near the same. I just feel like a lot of the shades don't need to be there, and it didn't have to be this big.
Yeah, like I think it's cool to see Prados Beauty on Trend Mood because they're an indigenous, the native-owned brand, and that's cool for them. And I think that if you don't have a rainbow palette, this might be a great one to start with. I have no idea, but the size of it is overwhelming. And I also think, again, having a colorful background is like a no-go for me. I don't like that. It's really hard to see the difference in color when you have a pattern background. Like, and then even seeing that, I'm like, yeah, that could be 2 colors and not 4 or 3 colors. Like, there's just an overwhelming amount of similar colors.
Yeah, I mean, it's really, I just don't, because there's a highlight palette. I guess this is the blush palette.
Oh, these are blush. Okay, these are highlight and blush palettes. I thought they were like, never mind. I thought they were little close-ups on the.
No, like this is, but they're still right with this highlight, even with the highlight palette.
Yes, it is.
Honestly, Ryan. I feel like you could do 2 shades or like have made like, I just don't feel like you needed all 4 of these.
Again, I'm team split pan. Give me like split pan or 2 or duos rather than quads.
Yes, because like here are the blushes, and again, I feel like you could have just used the top 2, and this is me, like, or you could just use 3 of them. But like, I think that what they could have done was taken these 3 and then used like maybe these 3 and did like you were talking about a split pan.
Yeah, or if you're gonna do a quad, do like 2 blushes, 2 highlighters, and have like a lighter one and a richer one. But like, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say this is really pretty though. I like the makeup.
Gorgeous. And here's the thing that is the case is like I do think this looks very like private label, very much like they picked a size and an amount of colors from a catalog, perhaps. And I'm not saying I have proof. The thing that I hope Lacey said it best. I hope it sells out, but I don't want it. I hope that they can make the sale so that they can do bigger and better things. Because I think that's the hard part. When we see these new brands hit the market, I think it can be hard to just judge them harshly. I do the same thing. Yeah. But I have to remember that these are the building blocks. Not everyone can hand mix and hand pour their shadows. Not everybody wants to do that. That's really more of a single eyeshadow thing, like what Shroud is doing or Strobe is doing right now with the freaking Bats palette, things like that. But so starting with a private label and kind of having to pick what's available is a lot of times a first step. So it's hard. A lot of times I judge pretty harshly, but I have to remember that like this can be a first step for a brand.
Yeah, and Isabel was saying they also donate 50% of each sale towards social causes. And then she's like, I believe, but check the website for more details. And yeah.
I think Midas is a good example of that. Like I think Midas started more like that and they've been able to do that. But yeah, I just think that the repetitive shades, because then when you release another palette, like what is there? I mean, there's more that they can do, but they've started with so many colors that another palette in their line is going to feel like, well, like,
because and that's the main thing is I agree. I think that like I want them to sell out. My only issue, because the thing I have to remind myself too is I have to work on not being as lenient on smaller brands. Because if I would look at a Colourpop palette this size, and if this was Colourpop, I would have to judge it the same way. I'm trying to get to that point, because I don't want to seem like I'm pulling, favorites and being like, oh, well, it's a smaller brand. So because I have to remind myself that when people say that about complexion products and things like that, I get enraged.
That's true.
So,
that's true.
I think that this would have been, honestly, if they had done like just the top right corner, the top 9, that would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Like that top 9 right there, like that would have been perfect.
Yeah, and a brand is a brand is a brand. Like they're all a business no matter how small they are.
Yeah.
And the reality is that no matter how good a brand is, no matter how much that, like with something like Prados where they're donating 50% of their profits to a social cause, but like they're still a business. They're not donating 100%. They're not, like, they still want growth and they want sales. Yeah. So I just think that you still have to release good things. And to me, this, I would just move along if I didn't know the brand and their background.
Yeah. Yeah. Like people were hoping for a native inspired makeup collection. There's somebody who loves it and wants it. And there's people who are like, I'm going to buy it solely to support Indigenous people. So like there is that, like, but I can't let myself do it sometimes, because like if I do these things, because I almost did it with that elf palette with J Kissa, but I held on to my soul and I didn't do it because I was like, then I'm gonna have this palette that I don't want.
Yeah, and whereas you could just donate the money to the same cause.
Yeah.
Speaking of elf has released putty blushes.
Putty blushes. Yeah. So each one of these I think is not super duper expensive. I don't know why that keeps happening to me, but so Mackenzie, Elf Cosmetics, really out here making everything putty.
Yeah.
But these have really good range. If you're into cream blush, the thing that I'm liking and seeing about this, I don't like cream blush, and I won't be wearing them, y'all. So don't. The expectation, remember, Mama don't like cream. All right. But but I like the color palette for these. If I'm being perfectly honest, I feel like almost all of these could work on virtually every skin tone, even that deep dark one at the very far right. I think even if you had a light complexion, but you wanted to be like bold or use it as bronzer, you could. So it's like, I just really, Elf is
okay. So I have to say, I bought this. This is an Elf. I bought it because of Hannah Louise Poston, but it's their Elf Active Workout Ready Lip and Cheek Palette. I'm not going to use these on my lips, but I put one of the blushes on today. I've worn it a couple of times. Like, it looks cheap. It looks like cheap, like whatever makeup. It's actually pretty nice. And I don't know if I necessarily want a ton of jars of blush, because again, it's kind of like the Super Shock shadows for me. It's like a lot of packaging, and I don't know. But I do think some of these colors are really nice. Like the pink, like the tones, I think are pretty well done for a drugstore affordable brand. From like the ranges of peachy oranges on the top, the really bright pink, the deeper, richer tones. Yeah, I think Elf has stepped up. My thought of Elf a year ago, 6 months ago, completely different to how I've been feeling about them lately.
I've always liked their brushes.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I've been playing around with doing a face full Elf, but I wasn't sure if that was going to be interesting to anybody, so I just didn't.
I do. No, I think it could be. I do think the putty thing is a little, but I think something about their putty, I feel like it might be more almost silicone-y and slippy. Not necessarily in a bad way, but like, I don't know. Yeah. I'm not sure about the putty, but
they're just, it's like NARS Orgasm.
Yeah.
Tarte Amazon of the sea.
Well, it's like Tatcha Silk Canvas. They have their Silk Canvas like putty thing, and then they have a Silk Canvas liquid. So but they could totally behave differently, but they're just using the same name.
I'm gonna start calling it that now. Tarte Amazon of the sea.
Yes. Yeah, and I think because Putty Primer did well for them, it was their Tatcha Silk Canvas like knockoff. So I think they're just kind of going with it. They did the Putty eye primers and all of that. So I don't know. Amazon and the sea.
That.
Putty and orgasm and pillow talk. This collection is the most boring. Gross.
It grosses me out.
I don't like things. No,
I don't like
things
dripping like that. It is absolutely disgusting. I'm going to try to go to the next. Oh, it's just
everywhere.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
There's a picture. I think that's a gold face mask. There's literally no need for this, y'all. I just want to tell you this. Look at my skin. Look at my face. No need for a gold mask. Okay, I just want to tell you that.
No, same. I'm like, yes, I'm covered in highlighter, but still, you don't need a gold mask.
You really don't.
So this is Makeup Revolution or XX Revolution, and it's basically their like
dripping gold collection.
And the eyeshadow palette looks like the old baked shadows that we've progressed so far from.
Yes.
Except they just did them in a funky shape.
I hated them. I'm the only person who's you hate baked shadows.
I hate them. People still talk about how BH Cosmetics, how some of their baked shadows are good, and I'm like, I don't care. I don't trust you. I don't want them. I bought a Makeup Revolution palette that's like they did a line like the Rock and Revolution or whatever. They kind of were duping out some of the Pat McGrath palettes, and they had some baked shadows in them. They were okay, but for somebody that has a collection like me, I took it back because I was just like, it's not that special. Baked shadows are just, I don't,
you have to put water on it to make anything happen.
I hate them. I think I really don't like the really thin texture of baked shadows. Like, I feel like I have a hard time like building them up.
Water now it's all like now it's too liquidy. You can't get it right.
Ani, I'm over here like just hating anything. Like it's like I like my Aurora lights. I'm like, that's fine. You can like your baked shadows. You take them, keep them. I don't want them.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Donut sounds good.
So I thought so too.
What in the baked tan is this?
Yeah, it's just I don't understand why every day we stray further and further from the Lord's light with these baked shadows. I am finished for the evening. I'm finished.
On that note, let's keep swiping. Y'all already have heard our hatred.
I know, I'm so sorry.
The eyeshadows have a crust like a bread roll.
Somebody said if Fenty and Guerlain had a baby. I like to
no and put them up for never mind. I'm not gonna say that. That would be bad.
I like how somebody said, is it just me or do the eyeshadows look like they'll be powdery? Of course they'll be powdery.
Of course they will be.
Right. So here we are in the land of Kylie. This
fake shadows with a nice brie.
I don't know who this is supposed to appeal to other than Texas women who love leopard print. There's nothing wrong with leopard print if you like leopard print, but it is not my cup of tea because I've seen way too many older, very dye blonde Texas women with big hair, lots of mascara, spider eyes. They have spider lashes, the bejeweled back pocket, and they reek of white diamonds perfume. And so I do not like leopard print.
Here's the thing. To me, this rings to fake nostalgia. Like, because this is a maximum shoot from the 90s. These brands, somebody like Kylie, was not born in, or maybe they were born in the end of the 90s. I don't fucking know how old she is. People are nostalgic for parts of culture that they weren't even alive for.
Can we also talk about why is she trying so hard to look like Beyonce? Can we talk about that? Because
why is she trying so hard to look brown?
Yeah. And don't start on that Armenian thing, okay? I don't want to hear it.
No.
But this collection overall, if you remove why is she on
the jeweled back pocket?
Thorne knows exactly who I'm talking about. I can't see what Thorne said, but Thorne knows exactly who I'm talking about.
Bejeweled back pocket. I'm crying.
Yeah. Thorne knows. Thorne has lived here.
Yeah.
Thorne knows exactly who I'm talking about. You smell them in your nostrils for like 20 minutes after they've passed you. That's how far up it gets in there. But it's just like, this is so boring. If you move aside, why is she on the cover of everything? Can we listen? It is 2020. We have progressed past the need for you to be on your makeup, whether you are Huda, Kylie, or Skeletor. None of us want to see you on the packaging.
No.
Because do you see how like it's all sexy for no reason? Like who? It's mostly women and gay men. None of us are attracted.
And also, there is a way for a woman to be sexy to women. That's not it.
No.
You can go onto my TikTok and find all of the women and non-binary folks that are
Thank you.
naturally sexy to women.
Someone even said, am I the only one who likes the makeup but does not like her photo shoot for this?
Shania Twain wouldn't even try this.
Thank you.
That is a burn.
Somebody even said pretty, but one thing I never liked is how Kylie has to plaster her name all over the product. She made it worse. I just want makeup, not a Playboy shoot. So these are the lip glosses. Standard beige Kylie Cosmetics Affair.
Yeah.
They're going to be liquidy and juicy. That is picture. I'm sorry, I can't.
I don't like seeing gloss swatches like that.
I don't like either. There was that booty hole escape feeling again. Then it's not my fault that.
And again, neutral with a pop of blue. As somebody in the chat earlier said, Kylie has cornered. I think Nathan said it. Kylie has cornered neutral with a pop of blue. Like what?
Yeah. And that mirror, I hate it. If you're not looking at this mirror close enough, it's like they did like this little squanchy thing. Please don't do that. Please don't do fun things with me. I want to be able to use the entire mirror. Okay. If there's room for an entire
mirror
rectangle,
up the top of the palette, please. Thank you.
Yes, I want the whole rectangle. Don't mess with me like that. This isn't up close. It doesn't look as bad. The feline fine shade is really nice.
It just looks only Carol Baskin loves this.
Not Carol Baskin.
It's just like a boring brown neutral palette. And there's not anything wrong with that, but don't pair it with this bullshit, please.
Yeah, I'm confused why this is
stop
even.
It with the lip kits. Oh my
and why
god.
Is this a photo of like this isn't even why is this here? It's like she slapped this at the bottom and I'm like, why would you put that there? Like it's
she
not
really
even
is trying to look like Beyonce.
I know, I'm telling y'all.
The curls, wow.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Why? You're just a copy, baby. You will never beat the original. Moving on.
Actually come up with new ideas, please, and thank you. Lancome and a fancy designer, it looks like.
Chiara Ferragni.
Ferragni.
Listen, don't try to fuck me on trying to say things.
Although the packaging I'm kind of in love with. I like
the
packaging.
I enjoy it, to be honest. And the eye is actually on the lipstick. Okay, it's on the lipstick. See?
Oh, see, this is the kind of like luxury makeup that like I want. It's just like give me like a little bit of weird with like a fancy lipstick.
Yeah, look at that. There's like weird little eyeballs on it. I'm digging it. It's coming soon. There's no pricing.
Does anyone actually get excited for Lancome? Spoke too soon. Here's the thing: is like I don't really
the
want
palette's
it.
Trash. I just want a lipstick.
No.
Like I want the lipstick so that I can have the eye thing and probably like maybe the mascara. I would get the two things because I'm a clown. And that's like all of it, like together.
Look, we have a hater in the house. Hi.
What?
Oh, haters. Kylie looks better than both of y'all. I'm glad you think that. You can be wrong. That's okay.
I'm like, good. here's
Sorry, sometimes I like calling out haters and sometimes I like ignoring them. Tonight is a night of fuck off.
Well, I don't actually care because it's not a competition. I don't ever want to look like Kylie.
I'm not trying to look like or better than. So yeah.
Plus I'm actually brown. Bam. Okay, so now from that boring palette that the Lancome one, because that palette is actually boring. That's why they only showed it to you in mirror form. Now we're on to an even more boring. So here's the thing. Let me rephrase this. it is boring for me who loves color. If
Agreed.
you have been looking for something to make up for the ORGY palette, then here you go.
If you like a large palette and you wanted something that is neutral with both warm and cool tones,
Yes.
it's not a terrible palette.
Correct.
I am personally frustrated by the amount of releases and the veering into large palettes that Colourpop in particular is doing. And it is a boring release for me and something I don't want. And I didn't even want it in a small 9-pan. So like when I look at it, I'm like, if I didn't know the brand, all of that, I'd be like, okay, I kind of get it. But even the more I look at it, I'm like, how many of these shades look the same? The top
Correct.
2 on the right, the middle on the second row, like so many of them look very similar. So I don't know.
What they
I'm
did
trying to
is
give
they
him a
look at
little
the
something.
bottom right. They made a 9-pan palette right there, right?
Yeah.
Using the gray as a springboard, they then surrounded it with shimmers to trick your eye into not noticing the sameness everywhere else.
Because the more I looked at it, I was like, oh wait, I gave them a little bit, but I'm not going to give them all that.
But you know what? If this is your cup of tea, please get excited. You can. There's plenty of people who have codes. You can get percentage off.
Yeah.
And I think, let me see how much it's $34. So it's just
wow. Even Trend Mood couldn't pull off the first few rows, so I know it's out of the question for me.
Oh,
but yeah, oh.
Those are the swatches.
Okay. Yeah, I just.
But they have brushes. Yay! There's where we are. That's the ultimate brush roll set with 15 brushes, and a chic faux leather roll. It's $32.
And I'm pretty much anti-brush set because I feel like the shapes are not usually that good. But yeah, the Bare Necessities was like a warmer version of this. This one is like warm and cool. Again, I don't like it. I think it's repetitive for Colourpop. I think it's, the more I look at it, the less props I want to give it. But yeah, if you want it, go for it.
Next up. Next we have a Tatcha Holiday Set. Okay, so the Tatcha Holiday Set is here. There is a purifying and trio set. They have a rice wash that's 120 milliliters, the dewy skin cream that's 50 milliliters, and the camellia cleansing oil. I think that is how you say that. Here is the thing. That cleansing oil is fucking bae. I got it one time in like some random beauty box. I cannot remember, but it lasts for an eternity, and it is honestly one of the only cleansing oils I have actually enjoyed.
I was gonna say, I'm like, you like a yeah.
It's
Wait, you say it's 150? Oh, yeah, no.
The whole 3-piece set. Then they have the other one that's the Silk Treasures. That one's $135. It's got the Silk Cream for 50 milliliters, the Silk Peony Eye Cream that's 15, the Silk Canvas that's 7 grams. And then the third one is $88, which I could get this one because it has the cleansing oil, the Rice Polish Classic, and the Essence. So
yeah.
Let me show you.
I have a combo of products I would want from myself. If they did one that was the cleansing oil, the water cream, and maybe the essence, that would be different.
They're never going to do that. They're never going to do it the way we want it.
So that's the thing, is like, I've tried the water cream because it was one of the birthday gifts and like one of the deluxe samples. It's really nice.
Yeah.
But unless I can find Tatcha on like a 50% plus sale, I don't even want to like think about it. Like,
then you might like this Dynasty cream, ma'am.
I have so much skincare right now as well, so I'm trying to just like shut off the like the holiday gift set goblin, like especially skincare.
Oh my god, I know.
Because I don't mind deluxe like not, it doesn't have to be full-size products. Like I
Yeah.
kind of like them because I like trying different things and kind
Yeah.
of dabbling in different brands. So like that's one area that I get more frustrated by like mini makeup than I do by mini skincare.
Yeah.
But in the last year, I've gotten a lot of skincare. So
Yeah. Same.
yeah.
I am annoyed that Trenman took these photos and like insisted on using like the glitter bomb filter thing because it's fucking hurting my eyes. So I'm gonna go to something.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
I'm like, it's actually like best. So here's another one. This one is the Native palette. It's XO Beauty.
Oh, Shan XO.
Okay.
One of the
I didn't know.
old beauty YouTubers that I used to watch all the time, like old classic.
Oh, okay, I remember. Okay. It is inspired by New Zealand's Audra. I don't know if I said that right. Natural Beauty. It features 12 shades, matte and shimmer, and it's themed around native flora, like the plant life of a particular region or the fauna. So around New Zealand. So it's not like native peoples. It's flora and fauna.
Okay.
So it is.
Those swatches are pretty.
The swatches are pretty. The palette itself doesn't look exciting. Do you see what I'm saying?
The palette to me reminds me of what Colourpop should have done when they did all their floral, succulent, whatever palettes in the last couple months. But in the palette, I think the palette background makes all the colors look desaturated. Yes. Whereas when I see the swatches, I see more depth and range of color.
Yeah, because I like the mustardy yellow. I like that kind of army green. I like the army green accompaniment shimmer. I actually like the two kind of brown shades at the bottom.
Jay, is this not the Baby Yoda palette? But I think to me it looks more saturated. Okay, you might be right. You might be right.
It is the Baby Yoda palette. It's what the Baby Yoda palette should have been. Like this is like a darker version, I feel like.
Yeah, because if you block the top 3 shades, like that, like take out the yellow bits of it, it does remind me of like a more saturated Baby Yoda. But I don't know. Yeah, I think it's prettier. Yeah. But I don't want it, but I don't hate it. So
yeah. I like it.
This is what the Wild Nothing should have been.
Yeah, this is it is kind of cute. Like it's $36.18. Okay. I've never seen.
And she's also in because it's probably Australian to US money changeover. And so I bet shipping is going to be high as well because.
Ooh, yes, it is Shan XO. Okay, I see it now. Yeah. I don't know how I didn't notice that it was Shan XO.
That's okay. Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. I'm a terrible beauty YouTuber.
It's all good.
All right. Speaking of
more cream blushes,
Milani. I will also not be purchasing these because what? Mama doesn't like cream. So.
Olivia has a good point. The last palette kind of reminds her of the Supreme Nudes from Artist Couture. That's fair. Okay. That is fair. And
this
Kathleen
Kiss cream blush. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I just think it's interesting that different brands are bringing you very similar color stories at the same time. Because if you're looking at fashion and trend reporting, a lot of trend reporting companies will show you like color palettes that'll be popular in 6 months or a year. And so if you are looking at those color palettes and being like, okay, well, we'll take this and we'll expand upon it in this way or in that way, then you can get overlap because all of a sudden you've both taken sage green and gray and decided to add some neutrals.
Yeah.
So anyway, the brand isn't new. She's had her brand for a little while, but I think this is their second palette. I think they've had lip products before. And yes, Millie had swatches of these Milani cream blushes on her stories.
I know. I'm sorry, everybody. I've literally been like in a small, like not literally. I've been huddled. We'll call it.
You're good. I've been as well. I've been like so much less on Marco Polo even. I'm like, I'm here. I just slept throughout the day. Wait, what?
He's just like, Yolanda's here. I'm a head out. Like, y'all don't do a podcast together. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, y'all need to subscribe to Sis Haven
Ooh.
on YouTube or what?
No, hold on. No, you keep talking because I'm
Okay.
looking. I'm getting the
confused.
links.
Yes,
Sorry,
Yolanda and Keisha, also known as Yanni Rowe, have a podcast together, and it is amazing. Actually, if you were here for the toxic friendship conversation, I meant to say this last week, the episode after that one, because I listened, the second episode of Sis Haven, their podcast, really I felt like was like a good like companion piece to the toxic friendship conversation, because y'all talked about relationships and friendships, and yeah. Also, well, F you very much, Yanni. Yeah. So it's really great. It's fantastic. And I am excited to listen to more and watch more because I was watching the video.
Hold on. I'm doing a whole thing. Like
I don't like her like that. I would have never known.
I forgot that y'all despise each other. I apologize. All right. There we go. Okay.
I did not know this. Looks accusingly at Yolanda. Yeah, y'all are just being quiet. Like all of a sudden I was like, wait, why is Sis Haven following me? Who are they? And then I realized like, oh, y'all don't say shit. Okay.
Yes. So let me, like, while I'm here, there we go. I'm subscribed. Let me turn on my notifications, which is a big thing because I've turned notifications off for most everybody at this point while I'm like turtling. So yeah. So sorry about that. For those of you who don't know, or those of you who are new, some of these pauses that I make, if I find or run into people who have channels or podcasts or their Instagram, I try to include them in the description, and I don't have the memory for it, and I'm never going to have a pen to write it all down. So I try to like pop them in while we go. So here we are with the Milani cream blushes.
I'm not because I've been indulging in cream blushes lately, which is a weird part of my makeup journey, I guess. Yeah. Trying to figure out if I actually like cream products is basically what we're here doing. I'm not going to buy any of these, but I'm not against, like, I like Milani basically, and I don't feel like they've made a lot of mistakes so much with their collection.
Facts.
So that's all I have on it. Pretty colors.
And I feel like everybody's really excited. The only one
I like the
orange one.
That's true. I do think the range is a little.
Yeah, I want orange blush. I need orange blush, and I'm getting annoyed that I'm not getting it, but it's fine.
So that's the thing, is like, I think that more brands have been expanding into brown in a nice way, but I need more brands to also expand into orange. Oh, we talked about this is that opal one, right?
Yes, but now it's all it's the entire collection.
Yeah.
Listen, also, I'm trying to be fair.
I feel like
some people like it, and I can't be the asshole.
No, we already talked about it. No, it's okay. It's okay. I'm just like, it's the Kardashians.
I know. This is what it is. So here, that's a nice finger swatchy. There we go. See, I have something nice to say, and that's all I wanted.
That's a finger swatch that they're trying real hard on, but
we did talk about this, I think, last time.
Yeah,
the faux filter. Here's the thing. I just wanted to show y'all one more time. This is not range. I also really wanted to say, can they all stop making stick foundation? That would be great. In 2020, we have progressed past the need for stick foundation. I know what they're actually doing. I know what everybody's doing by having the stick, as they're like, you can use it as a foundation and a contour and a bronzer. I don't want to do that. Yeah. Because it just means I have to buy 3 of these. You know what I mean? Why do I want to buy 3 of them? Yeah. It's $39 a stick. I don't want to.
Yeah, like Mented, only because I know you've raved about it. That would be the only stick foundation I would consider right now. I'm not gonna lie,
this thing is like boss Mented foundation. Oh my god. If they could get into the liquid game, listen, it's over. It's over for it. Because I used this when I finally started using it again. I was like, oh, I'm a jackass. Why have I not been using this? But yeah, these are the shades.
But Meg is right. The first like 5 rows are the same. Like it feels like there's like 4 rows of the same, and then like a medium and a slightly deeper.
I feel like the undertones are a little weird, especially like if you look at when it starts getting into the tan area, it gets a little green in some of them.
This might be an unpopular opinion, but actually this probably is. Well, I'll still say it because I started to put my foot in my mouth. But I would almost rather people swatch on just like white paper sometimes.
Yes.
Just to see the color. Okay, because I was like, I know against whiteness, again, that could be weird. But like, if you just swatch on white paper, you could see the different undertones. Whereas when it's on an arm, sometimes either the arm that it's on messes with my brain in terms of the colors I'm seeing, or it disguises the weird undertones. I would rather see like swatch, but I also have an art background, so I think I'm used to that kind of format.
Yeah. And also, I'm kind of
wait, these are different shades.
Here's the other thing too that I'm getting really tired of is I don't think you need to release this many shades and not have good variants. That's all.
Yeah. That's really what it is.
They could have
released like half of that range. Also, this is a brand I need to look into. Playing Makeup by Yolanda, because Cecily says they have a banger of a blush palette that has oranges and a yellow.
So yeah. So all right. So now we're on to this. This is the Glow Play. It's the lip balm by MAC Cosmetics. They're just going to be like a flush of color, basically, in lip balm form, which a lot of folks are trying to do right now. Just be warned, for those of you who don't know or haven't paid attention, I'm excited for MAC. This one's like, I don't know why she took a picture of this one, but it's fine because it's like, it's got a little divot in it. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna stop being a bitch. Be warned that these like lip balms that have a small wash of color, please keep in mind that when you see like this red, it's not gonna be like red on your lips. It's a lip balm. And I know people know, but I'm just reiterating.
I also personally stand by the fact that a lip balm with color is not moisturizing. But that's my take on it. It's an easy lip choice, but it's not something like, so even Nikki Superbad mentioned I just got the Ride or Die lip balm from e.l.f. I picked up one of those in Tough Cookie. It's nice, but I'm not going to lean on it for a nourishing lip balm because for me, I feel like anything that has color in it doesn't really do that for me. Like I just got one of the Slip Shines from Fenty and I'm kind of in love, but it also has color in it. So I know that I'm going to need to actually use things like I love the Laneige sleeping balm mask, but I'm also always looking for other options.
Yes,
this is MAC.
When you're using them with the color in them, please use a lip scrub. Start using a lip scrub because these tend to dry my lips out. That's just a me thing. I'm sorry, but they tend to often dry my lips out, and then you're applying more and more, and by the end of the day, you have like weird lips. So as you do that too many days in a row, your lips get very upset. So wear this. Also, you don't need more than one. Like you can buy them if you want them, but you literally don't need more than one. If you like the Greatly Admired, just get that one. There's no sense in because like it's a small wash of color, and depending on what color your lips are, depends on like the opacity and like how what shade it's going to be on your lips. So it's like just get one. But I brought this here because I'm excited that they're like paying attention to what's happening. That's all. It's not the same
in terms of MAC, I agree, because this formula, these are the kinds of things I've been loving, and maybe with a tiny bit more color, less balmy and more just like the shiny like lipstick lip balm, like weird in between. I've been loving them, so I'm intrigued to see MAC do more kind of things. I actually think MAC was kind of ahead of the curve with nourishing lipsticks when they did that. Now I can't remember but they had a line where the tubes were actually the color of the lipstick, and the names were like medium rare and like all these kind of like weird names where you're just like, this is what is this? And this was a couple years ago, and I bet somebody in the chat would know. And I feel like they were kind of ahead of the curve of like lipsticks that don't kill your lips.
Yeah.
But I think that they lost it again, and then they came back. Also, good night, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa. Okay. So this is Disney is collabing with Estee Lauder. So
what do we have? Is it all compacts? Like powder compacts or?
Yeah. So you have the Cinderella, which is
those are expensive.
$175. They are refillable. They're all refillable. Then you have there's also a $250 perfume compact. So there's that. So you can get either one or both. And then so each one is a powder compact and a perfume compact, and they are filled with this color, and then you can refill them.
Yeah.
So
I'm not a Disney bitch, so
me neither. For those of you who are into Disney, though, there's Princess Tiana.
No, I mean they're pretty. They are pretty. Like that. They seem nicely done. I'm not against it as a concept, like refillable compacts, things like a powder or a perfume compact. Actually, I think that's pretty cute. A perfume compact, I never thought about that.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, I think that's cute. That's a good idea. I am also not a Disney bitch though. So like that's the thing. It's not for any reason.
For a person who has everything and all of the monies.
Yes.
Exactly. Also, I wanted go ahead.
Because each one, it's like the compact is $175, and then the perfume compact is $250.
Yeah, like I would rather save my money to actually, like, so Deja said, I won't lie, use or fly as fuck, but I'm gonna save my money and then ball out on Fast Pass in 2022. Like, I would rather save my money to actually travel somewhere that maybe has Disney, or maybe not Disney, for me. Also, I wanted to say I figured out the lipstick I was talking about earlier, the Lip Tensity line from MAC. That's all. Yeah, this one, I called this a catfish in my new makeup nonsense video, but I stand by that. This first photo, I was like, maybe Natasha.
Yeah, because they look.
And the newer photo that I saw was
I have to go find the other one because by the time I put these together, but
I'm gonna see if I can find it. I'll drop the link in our chat.
Okay. Here's the thing. I won't buy this. First of all, it's what is it? $129. It's $129. It is for me the most interesting Natasha Denona palette I have seen for me. And I literally only like the mustard and the like trichromes or the multi-chrome shades. Like, well, the purple next to it, it's just like a small J. Like there's a J, or you could call it, I guess, which way is D? Is that way D or is that way B? I can't listen. I can't let her. The point is, it's these and here.
They look duochrome at best, particularly the purple and the green. The bottom one looks like that color that Pat McGrath popularized with Divine Rose 2, but like a purple to blue duochrome and a green to yellow or lime green to grass green. If y'all need those colors, let me know. I can tell you where to find them.
Ma'am, thank you.
Yeah.
I have some from Davina. I have a few.
Also, night Yolanda. Good luck with your work.
Yolanda.
I dropped the link in our chat, or the private chat, if you want to show the other picture. Oh, Trend Mood saying you can't photograph multi-chromes well had me rolling. How do indie brands do it with way less money? All you have to do is ask Millie, bad to the brow. Like,
is he serious?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That doesn't make any sense. Like, you can't photo. You can't. That is just hot garbage. Like, don't be like that. All right. So hold on. Did it already flip over to the other page?
Yeah.
Okay. So these are the actual photos of the product.
And I don't think these are from Trend Mood. Um,
Well, it says Trend Mood a close
but
up.
no, like Trendmood reposted somebody.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So this is those three, like, this is all about like how they did lighting to make these look, because like they just look flat here. So then let me go to the next page and see, like, they don't even look as brilliant there. Ugh.
They looked these new photos look much lighter.
Yeah.
Everything looks lighter. And then the the shiny ones don't even look that special.
Yeah, because the manganese and the plutonium, the scarab, the kinetic, and the color flip were literally like the only what, like that was the reason.
True. Day's over here like, wait. Multichromes are hard to photograph. It's true. It's not.
Yes.
But it's not impossible.
Yes. What we're saying is a lot of people do it well. Yeah. So if you're gonna play in the game, play the game. Because like I've seen small brands do it. I've seen regular everyday folk do it. This is not it for me though.
And I agree with Irene. Why such light mattes for multichromes with a blackened base?
That's because what I was just thinking.
Most of these traditional multichromes to get those shifts are usually built on a blackened base. A lot of the ones that don't have a black base are usually just like, I think of them as like intense duochromes. So to have those kind of multichromes and then have such soft yellow, two pinks that look almost the same, like it doesn't make sense. If they had done like a richer, honestly, some of the tones, even in Pat McGrath's Celestial Divinity, like those richer, deeper tones with the multichromes, that would have been totally different.
Yeah, I would agree. So,
sorry to ruin it for y'all, but I just wanted to show.
And here's the thing. I was actually, you didn't ruin it. We like part of this game, part of the whole thing is like seeing what we can see, right? And I think that I won't know until somebody has it in person. It won't be me.
Yeah.
It's saying it's a limited edition. I'm not positive that that's true, but that's what they're saying. And I want to see somebody else with it because I am not going to spend $129 on it, but that's because I have really again, I would only be buying it for like 4 shades, 5 shades. Yeah. Can I even count? I can't count. I can't letter.
Well, and it depends. Every time I look at the palette, I get another amount of shades I might be buying it for, but it's never more than like 6 from me.
Yeah.
So it's like, if it's less than half of the, I mean, it's too little for that much money.
Yeah.
Mo, trichrome equals 3 duochromes.
Elise said inti has yet to earn my coins, but carry on.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I just Teresa's dad is picking this up. So
yeah. And I think probably Millie because of the multichromes, and I feel like there's gonna be plenty of people that have multichromes that are gonna buy this palette and will be able to share.
Oh, I got 2 more I gotta put in here.
Yeah, I mean, I bought the Natasha Nona Gold palette, which is ridiculous on my end. I'll just say that. And I thought if she had done more shimmers in with these the trichromes, because again, like lime chrome and some of the shimmers in the gold palette are a gorgeous formula. But this is not the way you do that. Like for holiday, give me more shine, shimmer, sparkle. Yeah.
That's my main thing is I really feel like, I forgot. I almost forgot you, Millie. Hold on one second. Didn't forget.
Day hides all my Natasha Nona palettes. It's like, again, I try to keep in mind, like, it's cool to buy whatever you want to buy. Like, literally buy what you want to buy.
Thank you.
But I realized probably about a year ago that me and palettes, I'm just way more picky about them.
I really am. I'm trying not to be that bitch, but I am. I think that it was so close. And I think you're right. If she had incorporated some shimmers in there, I think that would have, that may have been
Because she does different textures. She does like the glittery, like sheer ones that are like top coats. She does duochrome. She does more like foiled. Like that's the thing, is that in the gold palette, even though they were all very similar in tones, I'll give her that.
Yeah.
She did different textures. And so I've been waiting to see that again in another palette.
Yeah.
What
so
is
I literally just put this in here for
slabs.
You know, for memory's sake, you know, so that we can always remember where we got Lagada from. And if it weren't for House Labs, then we would have no Lagada. So yeah, it's just boring. There's it's a kohl eyeliner, which we've seen.
Yeah.
If you don't have a kohl eyeliner yet, I
get one from Milani. They do a great pencil.
Yeah.
They do a great super creamy stay put one.
Yeah.
Day. Okay, I've never said this, but I actually like a House Labs release. I mean, what is the red tones that you were showing? Oh, this next slide. Oh, there's no, the one you just passed it. The satin matte lip powder. Okay, that's just eyeshadow. I'm sorry. That's just eyeshadow.
It is.
This is a mood thorn. I don't want her makeup. I want her wig budget. Please.
Thank you. It's the Lip Powder Velvet Lip Pigment.
Yeah, it's not a blush. It's a lip powder.
Yeah.
Which I think I agree with Nicolene. See, this brand is the embodiment of me.
I don't know why this is still happening, but you know what? Maybe House Labs will surprise me. And here we are.
Maybelline did lip powder like a year and a half ago. I'm just going to say. Also,
did we talk about this last week?
I don't think so. And
tick a tick a tack, tick a tick a tack, 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 tick a tick a tack, tick a tick a tack, tack, tack. That's what it makes my eyes do. Like each palette, like
I truly hate all of it. Like
it is
all of it.
It's disgusting from top to bottom. I hate the packaging on really everything. Actually, like the M on the second packaging, I like it's pretty, but the rest of it I hate. I absolutely hate the tiki-taka nature of the palettes.
So this is made by Mitchell or whatever, which is Mema Mitchell. His makeup line looks like a mashup of Jebediah Stinkfish and KVD.
Yeah, it's not. Listen, if you want this, then you get it and have joy in your heart. It is going to be. It should be available now. I'm hoping that I can't get it in America. So
I'm sure you can. Here's the thing. I would like the green color story. Yeah. But I have a no. I don't like this brand because he has been friendly with Jeffree Star. And I just fucking refuse to support that man. So that's really what it comes down to. He could have released amazing things and I would have been a little bitch about it. I'm looking forward to what Annette's gonna think about it. Annette, welcome. About both of them, I'm intrigued.
Here's the thing. Yeah, the colors are quite beautiful.
What in the melt?
In that ticky tack 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 freaking configuration. Sorry, I can't see you from where I'm doing this, but like,
the swatches look like they have about 10 pounds of powder to them.
They do. Like that's why I kind of was ducked down like this, because I can actually see the layers on some of these swatches. But they're like, the thing is, they're still pretty. They're actually quite beautiful. And I don't really necessarily worry so much about the layers because I layer on and pack on, pigment all the time. That's not a bother to me. I hate the configuration of it. If I bought this palette, I am telling you, I would just I would depot the whole damn thing and put it in order the way that I want to. That's the main thing. I just hate this configuration with literally everything in my soul. Like everything. I hate it. Look at it. I just hate it. When I look at it like that, it makes me so angry inside.
And the reality is that it's not even a palette for me because the more I look at it, it's very brown. There's like 3 shades I'm really excited about for me personally. Yeah. I like greens and yellows. And I don't know if we really know if they were swatched wet. Faces by Gina made a good point on Instagram a couple of days ago where like depending on your skin chemistry, depending on the oils on your skin and all of that, sometimes, especially certain matte formulas, can start interacting with the oils and look like what a wet swatch looks like.
Yeah.
I just think they look really heavy. So whether or not they're a wet swatch, they look really heavy. And that's not, for me, how I put on an eyeshadow, because I don't find that kind of stuff sticks on my eyes.
Yeah.
So packing on, a lot of times what for me, especially with my eye shape, happens is that the shadows just kind of fall or fluff off after a while. And no amount of sticky base would have a color like that yellow layering like that for me. But yeah,
I like the shades, like I like the colors. I hate the configuration with like every fiber of my being. Every time, like I look at the swatches and I'm like, oh, that's like pretty, and then like the configuration of this, like, and maybe it's because of the color in the background. I just hate it.
And I think that's too, is that I have a really hard time seeing the colors with these backgrounds.
Yes.
And it was the same complaint I had about the Prados Beauty palette. And then, yeah, these are blushes.
Blushes.
So they're liquid blushes, which I don't know where that word came from.
Why are we using the word blush? I don't like it. I'm like, I don't like it. Can we just use blush? The brushes. I don't like the color. I hope that maybe they just didn't photograph well. I don't mind colorful brushes, as we all know. Like I have some, you know, I have colorful brushes. I don't want, but it's just not a good yellow. I don't know. So then there's some kind of makeup bag. Yay, I guess. Yeah. And then those are people. I guess is he that one?
Yeah.
Like, is he that one? So this is the thing, and I hate the mirror. I feel like I don't need a mirror with every collection anymore. So I am not a fan. I don't know. What are y'all saying in the chat? I'm coming for it.
And Annette said, wait, I'm the person who hates when colors are organized and love when palettes are cluttered and messy. I don't mind actually the way he laid out the colors. It's the background. Like the random colors. Like sometimes I do like my palettes in gradient. I don't hate a randomized palette, but the background with the randomized palette, I can't do.
Yes, it's the two things together that I think are like, that's why I kept making that ticky tack sound, because that's what my eyes do with that. Well, like the way that it's, I'm just like, yeah. And you get a free laptop case with the palette. I'm done with y'all.
And I can see how this was probably designed for a younger consumer. And so I'm over here being like, I hate it. But there's probably a ton of people that are super excited about it. So I apologize if my makes people.
No, I like the colors. I just hate the way it's like that's it. It just really hurts my eyeballs.
And Keisha said, I don't like my makeup to look like it's for a child.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what's going on with that design, but
yeah.
I'm like, I can't handle it.
I'm a younger consumer, and no. I just I'm just one of those people that I get too stuck on possibly who they're associated with, and it just makes me go, I'm good. I don't want to be interested in any of it. Thank you.
So the next thing is a collab bundle that was curated by Dagger Beauty. It is $40, and this is what looks like. So it's going to be, it's
and
not
it's copacetic cosmetics.
Yes. Did I say copacetic?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay. I love seeing more of these collab bundles. I'm here for it. I don't necessarily want this one for me, but I want more brands to do it because it's such an easy way to do a collab.
And I really do. I think the reason I also like you were saying, not just like the easy way to do a collab, but also because you can still just get singles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't have to have a whole palette. You don't have to have all this stuff. It's $40. You get 3, 6, 9 shades. That's $9 a shade. And
it's like $4 a shade. It's like $4.50.
Like, do you hear me in here doing math? I'm like, that's a shade.
And like, this is a little too extreme. Like, it's a little too orange and then too deep. I kind of want a little bit like of a connector somehow. But like it's also an interesting color story. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's very
The reason I said I'm
autumn,
darker
also
toned, so
kind
that's
of
why.
Halloween. Yes,
Yeah.
that's true too.
I really like that there's a shade called chlorophyll. Don't ask me. Okay. I
No,
like
I
it.
like it. And a lot of the shade names, Murky Waters, Clementine, Deforestation, Chlorophyll, like they're like very earthy, onyx, potting
Yeah.
soil. So
So it's really, I like this a lot. And if you want money off, apparently you can use code Dagger Beauty. So if you want to get this collab bundle, I think that more brands really need to do these kinds of things, because I think it's just nice. Like if I wanted to do a collaboration, instead of me having to like come up with a whole freaking fracking concept, because like, listen, like you can come up with a concept, then you have to come up with a like palette design. Then I don't want to do any of that. I just want to be like, okay, hear me out. Spiders. Yeah, that's my.
and it's
That
also
is me.
just like it's an easy step into collaboration
Yes.
for both the brand and the creator. For a
Yes.
brand that's doing singles, if they aren't open to the idea of producing a whole palette, they don't want to figure out packaging, but they already have colors out there. Even if you make one, let's say you were like, you know what, we're gonna make one new color for this, and then you'll use other colors that are already existing. Like, I think it's really cool. I haven't tried Copacetic yet,
I have not.
but they're on my list to check out.
Mine too.
Magnetic palettes, for larger ones, I really like the quality of some of the Adept palettes, Adept Cosmetics. For smaller ones, I've been using a lot of my Shop Miss A palettes, which are like anywhere from $4 to $6 for 9 pan to 28 pan. I also have palettes from Davina, from Z Palette, from Lethal. I have some of them over here. So it just depends on what size you want,
Yeah.
and like, so like the yeah. So that's all. I just wanted to mention that. I don't want.
No, Isabel, my concept for my palette would be spiders. I'd be like, let's do spiders. And they'd be like, what? I'd be like, spiders are beautiful. This is Simon. Simon
It's
is
celebrating
beautiful.
spiders.
Yes, it would be a spider celebration.
Yes.
Yeah, I have
Also,
2 of those big Adept palettes.
I love the Adept Croc, the 63 pan palette. And if you want a really big palette, especially if they're still on sale, I like the Colored Rain Power palettes, because they're probably going to be discontinued because they're singles. So yeah.
Annette, I'm sorry, Annette. I would never buy a spider palette. They are my worst fear.
The amount of people that like were freaked out by the Mel like Marvelous Creatures or Tiny Marvels palette, I was like, I'm not a bug person, but it's pretty. The artwork is pretty.
Thank you, April. There are some freaking gorgeous tarantulas.
And all the happy squirrels. There are so many interesting spiders. I'm here for the spiders collab. Night, Elise.
Good night, Elise.
Okay, so this is Baby Bat Beauty.
Yes.
They have some new blushes. Look, I see an orange blush and highlighters.
So they have blushes and highlighters, and it's just like, this is all they have. And somebody's like, these aren't the best swatches. They do look pretty. But I don't think people understood that they were probably trying to do this all in one. Whoever did, I'm not sure whose picture this was, but they're trying to get it all done in one thing. So it is what it is. But it's
I want to see that, Olivia. Olivia said my palette color story would be inspired by microscope images. Yes.
Ooh. So I showed this because I wanted to torture myself. They restocked this at Davina. It's already gone, by the way. Don't try to go.
So Davina is closed to Black Friday. That's the news. Black Friday, they'll do a big restock, but the store is closed. Everything till Black Friday.
Yes. So here's what's going to happen. On Black Friday, I'm going to be getting up and I'm going to be getting this. Now, here's the thing. If y'all ruin this for me, there will be hell to pay. I must have these.
I still stand by. I think that like a lot of them overlap. I think the bottom 2 and the top 2 overlap in ways. So
for you. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
That's fine for me. You're right. For me, they overlap a lot because I've had multi-chromes and I've seen multi-chromes swatched together where I'm like, they're actually really similar. But I don't blame you for just being like, give them all to me.
Yes, I just want the whole, because like here's the thing. If I get the whole thing and I swatch like Borealis and Polaris and I'm like, nah, 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 then I can, you know?
Whereas for me, Davina doesn't do their bundles aren't discounted, so I
Yeah.
would rather just pick out the ones that I want, and then if I decide I want more later, it's the same price. I don't know if they're better than Cleona. I've seen them swatched. Again, Millie Batch the Brow here on YouTube has done comparison video. A lot of people have been showing them. They seem fairly pigmented.
And
I
do
made
have Millie's channel linked below. It will be linked in the description when I'm finished. So as soon as we're done, I'll like hit save, and her channel will be in here, as well as many of the other folks that are in here.
Sword. Someone called Trend Mood on how to photograph a multi-chrome.
Ouch, that is painful.
Wait. Jeremy said I want brown neutral multi-chromes because that somehow be a thing. It is. I think Cleona has some. I also think that Unexpected from JD Glow is like a great example of like a neutral that's kind of multi-chromatic. It's probably not a traditional multi-chrome in a lot of ways, but and the Davina pans are the regular 26 millimeter size. They're not larger. So yeah.
All right. And then I feel like there was like one more. Okay. Then there's this. It's the Copacetic Cosmetics and M. Jones 5018 companion palette. I think we talked about this before though.
Yes, this is the one with the puppy on the front.
Okay.
That's
cool.
very true. Grab the bundle and check out. Good advice from Kitty Chan Love. Don't waste valuable time trying to be selective on Black Friday. Just grab the bundle and check out.
Thank you. Just like escape with whatever dignity you may have left when you're done sweating uncontrollably, like all the like online shopping flop sweat that you're gonna have. It's fine. like the shaking and the like.
Oh,
the
also,
drinking.
April was asking why the last thing was a pastel. It's all topper shades. So it's a companion palette because you can layer it over other shades and like different duochromatic sparkly things will come on top of it or like will show up. So
like that's how the eye look that I have is going because it's got several different multi and duochrome and shifty shadow. Like it's fun. So this
and I do feel like this palette seems familiar.
It does. It's the Witch Doctor palette from Hunter Faulkner Cosmetics. I don't know who that is, but
yeah, I don't either.
I feel like I've seen. You know what?
What?
I kinda. Let's see if I'm just like losing my mind. Let me just.
Were you gonna say the Berlin palette?
Yes.
And I think for me, it's reminding me of Lunar Beauty Moonspell, but that's because of the gold inside, because it has the gold liner.
I feel like instead of green, they put blue.
Oh, the One Size Beauty palette. I don't know. It's just like, it's all very similar. It's similar colors to other things that have been released, but I can't quite figure out what.
But you know what? If you don't have a thing like this, then...
Yeah. I've never heard of this brand, so I don't know, but I don't, yeah.
I have not heard of it either.
Yeah.
But it's a thing. It has happened. Next up.
Oh, wait, what is it? Oh, MAC.
I'm very excited by this. Don't anybody come for me. It is the MAC Cosmetics by Li Ning. And it's got lipsticks that are Marrakesh, Ruby Woo, and Sultry Move. 2 eyeshadow palettes, one that is blue-red, one that is blues, one that is reds. Then an extra dimension skin finish highlighter in show gold, which I will not be getting because that's going to make me look like an ashy ass bitch. And then there's a blush duo in Melba, which I also will not be getting because that's going to make me look like I'm sick. But the 2 eyeshadow palettes are freaking frackin' cute.
Also the packaging. I hate to be that person, but the packaging is pretty fucking cool.
I know. That's Lee.
I don't actually care. The palettes are cute, but I don't really want it.
I kind of have like a little bit of that in the my beauty rest, my colored rain beauty rest. I'm just missing the like yellows and the lighter oranges. So I ain't mad. Like, oof, listen. lets me live my life, lets me live my best life.
Like what you like. I think it's a pretty collection. I just know I don't need it, and it doesn't like draw me in enough to.
Yeah, and then here's the thing. It's not even here. Like, it's in China right now. Like, so it's not gonna, I don't know when it's gonna get here, but it's already available.
It might be only China for the China market. I also haven't really been impressed by MAC eyeshadows, but I've only tried very, very few. But this shit can burn.
So this is the Morphe by Nikita Dragon. First of all, I swear we've already seen that like blush duo.
It's her same. It's her same. Wait, I can't tell. It's not blush. It's her powder compact that she first released.
And then this is the palette, which it's just. Does Nikita know what year it is? I'm just asking. Does she know that it's not 2016? I'm just asking.
Imagine how tired we are.
Imagine how fucking tired we are. Nikita, darling.
I'm so tired of seeing these brands
from 2016.
Like April's like, doesn't Nikita have a brand? Why is she collabing? Morphe keeps doing this. They keep doing a Morphe X another brand.
Well, it is because these people, here's my theory, allegedly. I feel like these people already had contracts with Morphe to release shit. And a lot of this shit I think would have released at different times or earlier, but then the plague. So
also woke Natalie. My conspiracy allegedly is that Morphe owns all the brands they're collaborating with. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
You're probably right. Your conspiracy is better than my conspiracy.
No, I think they're both because like the Manny collab, it wasn't with Lunar Beauty, it was just with Manny, and he probably did have that in a contract, like from a while ago.
Like
Nikita Racebender is quite possibly the best name for Nikita Dragon.
Deja, let me just lay in this bed and mind my business, child. Me too, darling. Yeah, I don't enjoy it. We're gonna move on, but I was just trying to, remind everybody that Nikita's still here doing this.
Morphe's the Amazon of beauty brands. It's even worse than I thought.
So
shiny swatches.
These shifting shadows and glitters that are now available from Alien Cosmetics. They are quite fun. So I did save these so that all y'all can look. I don't know why I'm moving my hand like on the screen. Y'all can't see what I'm looking at. So this makes me look like a moron. So anyway, they're here. And they're pretty. I like Area 51. And I would also like Blast, I think, at the bottom. Perhaps Twilight, and also Asteroid.
Yeah, the way Area 51 catches the light, I know I have that color like 10 times over, but I'm just like,
I just don't care.
I want it.
Don't close my eyes. Okay, sorry. I think it's cute.
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, like, yeah. Oh wait, there's one. Do we want to talk about Beetlejuice?
It like when I save things, it just doesn't all save. So give me a second. When I save things from my computer, it doesn't all save into my little file, which is really fucking annoying.
Oh, that's annoying.
But like, and I don't know why it doesn't give me the option. So I want to end on a good note. So I'm going to show you all this. Apparently there is a Friends Series 2.
Makeup Revolution didn't just give us one Friends release. They did
not.
2.
They came back with a part 2.
With all of the terrible palette shapes, like a coffee cup, a frame, a taxi cab.
Why in the fuck? Okay. Why? Who asked for this? And somebody's like, this is better than the first release. And to me, I'm like, it is, but the first one was tragic. So
anything could be better than the first release.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if they weren't in the weird shapes, like the Lobster Palette, this one, I guess, is the Lobster Palette. That is actually, isn't that one of them other, you know what I'm talking about?
I mean, it looks like they're the hot dog palette or one of their other food palettes.
Yeah.
Like, and then wait, what's in the coffee cup? Is it just the packaging for the cream or something?
It's Grab a Cup Face Palette, light to medium and dark to deep face palette.
What?
It's a warm toned face palette, bronzing and highlighting, and also includes a body collection with creams. Because I was like, what? It's creams. It's a body collection. It's going to be available November 4th. If you like weirdly shaped palettes with virtually the same colors as the last one.
Basically, if you like Friends,
if you like Friends,
that's okay. That's cool.
Buy it. Feel free. Be excited. Here, let me give you more joy. There's the frame. I don't know what that's for. Is that I didn't really watch Friends, y'all, and I'm not saying
it was their like door, like they had a frame over their door.
Oh.
Their I forgot the words where you look out the door to see who's at your front door.
Oh.
Yes. There we go.
Because we don't use it. That's why you forgot the word. Because you don't even
what crazy person makes it? I mean, it doesn't take a
when the car comes by.
It doesn't take a crazy person because crazy, it just takes marketing. Let's just say that. Like, yeah. Yeah, it's very busy. Again, I'm another person, just like I don't like Star Wars. I don't like Friends.
I'm not into Friends.
So it's not for me. But
I don't even understand the lobster. So it's like,
no,
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know any of that. We also have this one. Juvia's Place has busted out the Walhalla 2.
I just truly think that the second row from the left and the third row from the left look very, very similar. And I'm looking at it on my phone. They're more textural than they seem, texturally different.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know square pans. Why'd you switch from round to square pans? Like, I know it might seem like a small thing, but no. And a lot of pressed glitters, it looks like.
I would honestly just buy, like, if it was just the two middle rows, basically, like a variation of the like two middle rows, I would, that would be more like my
again
style.
If they did 6 pans and they went with like a blue and a turquoise and like a green, like they could continue going in their 6 pans rather than this gigantic palette.
Yeah, it's ginormous. I kind of want it, but like also I don't want to have that. It's like a double-edged sword for me. It's like I want to, but I don't want to.
No.
But it's just too much. Like I don't feel like I would be comfortable.
Also, these new Walhalla palettes are $38. No. Like
all the managers need to be spoken to. Agree, Cecily.
Isabel, why do I think this is so beautiful? Diagnose me, please. Texturally, it's interesting, but I also know that those textures are pressed glitters. So I'm just no.
I am so sorry. I think that this like pink lemonade is giving me heartburn. I think I've determined that is causing me my problem. Okay, we're going to end on a good note. Beetlejuice. So remember the cartoon? It was so fun. I don't know why people, anyways. Melt has decided to release a Beetlejuice cosmetic, like a Beetlejuice.
Like they're collaborating with Beetlejuice, according to them. So
and like I don't know how you collaborate with. Okay, anyways, we're gonna pretend because they.
It's like collaborating with Disney.
All of it gets on my nerves. I'm like, can you just say that it is inspired by, and I don't know. Anyhow,
because money goes to the people that made Beetlejuice. That's why.
Well, I know, but can we like not maybe not do like the buy and just be like Melt and Beetlejuice and like remove the X, like I don't feel like X is and because X is by whatever X is whatever we want it to be these days. So this is the Melt and Beetlejuice collaboration. I feel like it's a little late. I'm excited, but like Halloween is this Saturday, is what I'm saying.
So they did this last year. Their Amor Eterno collection was their holiday collection, but it was also Day of the Dead inspired. and they released it at like Halloween.
That's
So
the
I think
freaking comment. Why wasn't this released at the start of the month?
So I think this is what Melt is gonna do now, is that their holiday stuff is gonna be like spooky-ish to me. This is my take on it. My
I'm
hot
not mad
take.
at it. I think it's cool. Ew.
So it looks like there's like 2 eyeshadow palettes, and they have square pans, which is a little different for Melt.
Yeah.
So and I think one is called because on our Discord people were excited about this. One is called like Recently Deceased, and the
Yes.
other one is called The Waiting Room. So yeah, and it
So,
looks like go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, it looks like there are gel pot eyeliners, mascara. The lipsticks have some really cool texture, like impression to them.
Yes.
Melt, you might get me. I have to see the colors in the palette before I commit, but that olive green lipstick.
The only thing I don't like is the picture in the lower left with the
like bent.
And the like, lipstick that looks like it, like that grosses me out. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But the rest of it I do like. I'm actually really excited, but that grossed me out and it took me a little bit to get back together. And like we don't know what they look like, but it looks like there's gonna be like purples and yellows, obviously, and better and greens.
On their account, which you don't have to click through, but they do show them wearing like a neon green and then like a purple eye, and then the lips you see kind of like maybe it's that olive green and then like a purple lip. So I'm assuming that those colors will at least be represented. Yeah,
because I can see it like this person here who's got the makeup on. You can see like the purple, you can see kind of the green. So like, they may get me too. Who knows?
Yeah. I mean, they've had so Gray was saying Melt has had questionable quality issues. The Smoke Sessions palette had all kind of issues, and that was a while ago. I think they've still had questionable quality issues in terms of being inconsistent. Of like some palettes are really good and some palettes are not, and so I'm just not sure how I feel. Melted lipsticks look like deflated carrots.
Yeah, I listen. I have such difficulty with things that look melty or like that gold one that we ran up on. I was not a fan of that either. I was like, ugh.
Yeah, 2 palettes that can Muerte release as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm intrigued. I've loved Beetlejuice from a very young age, and I love the colors in Beetlejuice. And again, with Melt, I always feel like they have the possibility to do really good things, like they did theoretically with Amor Eterno, even though I didn't use that. I didn't buy that line.
Yeah.
But they also have the ability to fuck things up. So I'm optimistic, but tentative.
Punch.
Like Catherine O'Hara, Winona Ryder, like Gina Davis. Like,
what's his face, who is now no longer with us?
I don't know. But yeah, the husband to Catherine O'Hara was in like every 90s movie that I loved. Like terrible. Do you remember that movie that was like the TV? Like change like the
I just watched that recently, like because it was on some weird thing, but it's just like oh my god, I'm gonna need to grab the rest of this wine right quick while we're talking, but because oh my god, this is really intense heartburn, and I swear that it's coming from this.
And Caffeine and Sarcasm, you might have just nailed it for me. This may be the one nostalgia palette I get. Yes. Yeah, I didn't really care. He's still with us. He's just a piece of crap. Okay.
Yeah, but I thought there was that other guy. Jeffrey Jones is in it. That's who. Jeffrey Jones.
Yeah. But yeah, I think this could be a nostalgic purchase for me. I will probably want to wait and try to get it from Sephora because shipping and all of that stuff. And I'm gonna try to not be that person that's like, what? You've never seen a movie that I love?
Right. But let me apologize. Let me just back up. Like, I'm sorry. You just go on over and get the rest of this wine, child. Get rid of this heartburn. No, go
There's
ahead.
just the visuals of Beetlejuice are just something special.
Mm.
That's
Never
what
be.
I will say. I don't know if I actually ended up seeing the cartoon though. I've heard it mentioned, and I'm like, I don't think I have.
I
So I might
loved the
have to go
cartoon.
research that.
Like it's so weird because I really thought that when they made it into cartoon form, it was just going to be like hokey, and then it never.
Some green lips, yes. Too busy with the tiny screen and all the products, yeah.
I know, right? So sorry. Mm.
The crawfish in the bowl scene. Okay,
Yes,
that's all. Okay.
like grabbing all their faces, punch. It's like,
Yes.
um,
Oh, Olivia, Beetlejuice was a bad movie in my Christian
okay,
household. Okay.
okay, I see that.
Alex, you are just setting yourself. I don't want to be like an asshole, like setting up yourself for like, because Alex is like, maybe the palace will be less expensive because they look smaller, she says wistfully. And I'm just like, maybe it'll be totally overpriced, or maybe it'll be good, or maybe it'll be all of the above. It might be overpriced and good. You never know.
Y'all.
I
Oh,
don't
I've been
know.
meaning to do that too, so I'm done now. Okay.
I don't know. It's
Ooh,
interesting right now. There's not a whole lot that actually excites me, but that
yeah,
tentatively does.
it does. Listen, if there's like an entire set, do you want to like potentially clown out, go halvesies, each get a palette and like just
Depends on what the palettes look like, because we might
yeah.
look at them and be like, no, we only just want one. But yes, potentially yes. Potentially clown out. Yeah, I don't know if their shade size kind of reminds me of the old Urban Decay Naked palettes. Maybe they're not being made.
Yeah.
But that's true. They might have just had to go with a more standardized packaging with the square pans rather than the rectangular pans. But yeah, I mean the
Olivia,
Muerte.
I agree with you on pricing, by the way, Olivia.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go less than 48, even if it's fewer colors than like Muerte and because they have licensing to pay too.
Yeah.
So
Deja, yeah. Splitting it up like college textbooks.
it's one of my favorite things to do though, especially if you're looking at somewhere that has like a high shipping fee. Just being able to do a bigger order that either you don't have to pay for shipping or yeah, black and white pinstripes. I think of purple and green like they've shown, but I rewatched it. I probably should buy it. I rented it. I probably should just buy it. And it actually has a lot more like dark blue and navy to it because it's very dark nighttime focused. So
Definitely. I love all y'all in here. Just all your Beetlejuice references and like Keisha, I have walked away from things too because of shipping. Because here's the thing. If basically, I feel like if I have spent like around $75 on your shit, like I want free shipping.
Yeah. Even though we've talked about trying to break through with that
Yeah.
feeling. Also, Alex, I might still throw all the wind and buy LA Girl has new pastel liners because they're like $3 each. And so if I buy 5, that's $15. It's less than me ordering out dinner, which is what I would do. So like that to me is different than like Beetlejuice and what that money might be.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I don't know. Alex, were you there last night when I have went on a small little spree? So
oh, that's true. That's true. You have was it Pat and Sephora or just Pat and JD Glow? Yes. Yes. I myself am strained and unusual. Exactly. Yeah, I try to break my mind about I'll pay for indie brand shipping, but a lot of these mainstream brands,
you can suck it.
I get, but like Etsy or indie brands, I'm like, okay, it is what it is. Like, so because a lot of indie brands don't even have a free shipping threshold, so it's broken my brain from, oh this is the spooky LGG sunlight. It's I'm not sure how I feel about Teespring's print quality sometimes, but
Yeah.
it's cute. I'm happy that I had it. I'm wearing the like slouchy women's shirt or whatever.
I am so sorry. Okay, here's the thing. Here's what had happened. What had happened was I'm watching this from the YouTube studio, right? Because I'm trying to like get familiar with it as we move forward, because I have to learn how to navigate this stuff. Anyway, as you were pulling the shirt up, there was like a brief moment where I was like, is she about to show her teeth on here? Like, because the way the light caught the shirt, I was like, because you're so pale and like
it is a very thin shirt, and this print does look like the light is shining through, but it's really just the way the art.
Show off her T-tots. Like I
just like,
and I was like, girl, put your T-tots back. This is a family channel, all right?
First of all, my T-tots are like down here, so I would have to be like really sitting up to do that. But I love that. I could tell something was going on, and you were like, this is
because I looked,
no good. Oh, thank you, Mo. Yes, I'll have the spooky titties of family channel. Well, this is a family channel, like the kind of shit I watched as a kid.
Audra was like, not in my Christian household.
Oh, we have been demonetized for lesser things, that's for sure.
Fact. The carrots and tacos have come on out.
Taco family. Yes, my family loves to get the gutter together. Exactly. Like, this is a family channel as much as the kind of shit I watched as a kid was family friendly.
Listen, first of all, I do not appreciate you, Alex.
I keep myself
family channel. The results say that was a lie. No,
Natalie. I think you lost the family channel claim when John Oliver's nose entered the chat. Thank you, Natalie. Thank you. That wasn't on a live with us, but that was a live on your channel.
Listen. When I hit 10,000 subscribers, you are free to take that clip of me saying that about John Oliver's nose and post it on Twitter.
I mean, it's already there. I don't think you can give anyone permission for free content.
Emily, I'm trying to manifest here. Oh, God.
But this could help you get to 10K.
Yeah, but I'm not always that funny.
You just think you're not always that funny. I wish they did. I think they're too small to dance.
Oh gosh, yeah, mine
don't. Famous duos. I love this.
Mine do a dance called migrating to the armpit.
Yeah, like mine are over here. Just like there's no dancing.
I have like such a deep like cleavage. Like, does anybody else have like that intense cleavage where it just looks like your T-tots are fighting with each other, like they're mad and they're on different sides of the couch, like staring at the other
mine
one, like,
literally, like, there is no cleavage. Like, I'm showing you, there is nothing here. They're here and here, but there is nothing here. It's like a runway for a plane. And y'all, I have not been drinking. This is me. This is just what happens in live streams.
Yeah, I literally just started having that wine, honestly, because I was having heartburn. And I remember that the same thing happened yesterday.
Mine are in a love affair with my belly button. Mine are in a love affair, I guess, towards my armpits. They keep trying to go over there. I'm trying to scam some smaller titties. If I pull this off, I'm going to act up. If I wear the right bra, it looks like a bum on my chest. You know what I saw? I saw a photography like hack trick that was literally using somebody else's ass as a place to photograph like jewelry, because you can just like tape it like in place and let the jewelry fall in the cleavage, and then you could use like your husband or your son or your friend or your partner. And I was like, but why did I have to see this?
Oh, wow. That is...
Day. Pulls down my shirt to stare at my own cleavage and pay attention to. Agreed.
See, 93 runs gets it. I just had a drawing idea. A pterodactyl riding a rocket while holding tacos and screeching, not Vinny. I need this. Wait. Somebody take a picture for me and send it to me. I need to keep that in mind.
Fast. Exactly.
I need that.
Yes. Yeah. Like the top of the butt. Like not all the in, but just like the top. And I'm just like, I'm good. I'm good. What? I think I missed the first part of Alex's comment.
It's so.
Oh, my partner's nose was involved the other day, and I shit you not, I started cracking up when I thought about the John Oliver comment. He's down there like, this funny to you? Deja?
Life now. Finish with life. Like that. No. Oh my gosh.
I wish I had saved that. I'm sorry. I'm just throwing out these ideas into the world. But I really saw that somewhere.
Oh my gosh, I cannot. You get some ideas. Yeah. Like
Trend Mood is too busy counting her money. That's all.
I know. I wish I could just be counting my money.
Agreed. Wait, is there anything that we did not talk about tonight in terms of new releases or other shit that y'all would like us to chat about? Or
transition.
I don't want to explain it again now. Wait, the Wicked palette?
I thought I had that somewhere. I had to have. That's that one. That was that one with that we said looked like all the other palettes.
Oh, the Witch Doctor one?
I think so. I feel like it. Because the pictures I got directly from my saved. Sorry. Okay. Unless it didn't save. So I was pulling up.
Oh, the one that's the split pan one. Is that what you're talking? Wait, yeah, the one with the split pans. I think that's what they're talking about.
Let me see if it.
Let me see if I can find it.
Because y'all, I was having a time. Every time I try to go back and forth in between, it pisses me off because it'll be like, oh, I'm not saving that here. And then I'm mad. Oh, you know what? The reason I remember I didn't save it because it's not going to be in the US.
Oh.
I feel like it was a UK deal. And once I realized that, I removed it because I didn't see that it was coming to the US at all. And I should have just kept it. I'm sorry, y'all. But I know people get like upset when they're like, oh, wait, what? So that's why I don't have it. I'm scratching my underboobs because it itches. Sorry.
I feel like that happens sometimes, especially when you're looking at like indie brands or even these mainstream brands where all of a sudden you'll find out, oh, they're not actually like available to me. I don't even know where I saw that palette though.
I remember seeing it. Let me go look. I feel like I saw it on like the Indie Mood.
Oh, actually, I just found it on Trend Mood.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Unicorn Cosmetics, the Wicked palette.
Yeah,
it's 30 pounds. But,
ouch.
You okay?
This heartburn is kicking my arse, but I'm gonna be all right. I don't ever get heartburn, so it's just it's unusual. That's all. It's fine.
Let's say we can wrap it up if you want. I mean, it looks like
no, I'm looking for the palette.
I found it, but I was just trying to see if you could actually check out with it because, I mean, I can. It looks like I can. It just looks like they're UK based.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. That's why I didn't say it. Like I realized I was like, oh, and I've kind of been trying to pay attention to like the prices that she puts on here. And so she puts both that I add, like I normally have both, like I'll go ahead and add it. But I don't know how much the shipping would be.
I'm looking at it now.
I really like it though. Are you sharing the screen?
Yeah, I wanted to get the price before I do all that.
Yeah, because I like that it's got like little skulls in it, little skulls. I'm like looking in here.
So basically with shipping, it would be $50.
Woo! All right. So it's $50. And I had looked at this because I kind of liked the concept, but I also hated it at the same time. It was like a love-hate relationship. Because I like that the colors are together, but I also don't like it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like I like it, but I don't like it. Like I like it, but I love it, but I hate it. Like I like it, but I don't like it. And it just came out today.
Yeah, I feel like the split pans are really small. I don't mind that because I'm not gonna ever hit pan on anything.
Yeah.
Really. But I also just kind of wonder why the choice for the split pans.
Yes.
Like, I feel like I would have rather seen 2 shimmers rather than a shimmer and a matte, because with the pans being so close, you're going to get your shimmer all up in your matte.
Yeah, and I also think that for people trying to like get into being more creative and more colorful, I do feel like this kind of stifles that for folks, because instead of them like playing with color, it's already been set up for you.
And it kind of does remind me of an edgier version of a balm palette.
Yeah. And like it's good, it's set up, but there's like the other side of it where for me anyway, the point of playing with color, like this eye look I came up with, is just me like playing around with varying shades until I get the look that I want. And I feel like sometimes when they do things like this, for those who are trying to be adventurous, it just kind of puts you right back into the space of like, I'm going to use Fallen Angel, done. Like,
I actually, the more I stare at this palette, the more I dislike it. Not only do I think that the split pans, like, I hate the wasted space. I hate that there's 4 split pans instead of 5 pans on each row. I don't think the amount of dark shades make any sense, because the whole bottom row is dark, and then all of the split pans basically have a deep, not all of them, but a lot of them have deep tones to them. And I just don't think it feels that inventive. And then like the blue, what are you going to do? I don't necessarily see how I would even build different looks based on this, the more I look at it.
Like I just don't want to do it that way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, no, I wouldn't pair it together at all. Like I would put the metallic
with that kind of dark blue with the pinky shimmer there. I would put those together. But like that's my problem. I just feel like if you were somebody trying to play with color and trying to get into it, I feel like this would be the thing that might make you not want to do it.
Yeah.
Because like for me, when I got it, for those of y'all that don't know, when I started getting into playing with color, it was simply me just like buying shades that I wanted, like buying single shades that I wanted and playing with them and kind of determining what shades I liked, and then just kind of smashing stuff together and having a good time with it. I just feel like this takes that away. And unless they made it magnetic to where you could move everything around, then it's just it's useless to me.
Yeah, I just don't think it I think it's a waste. I think it's trying to be different, but it's just obnoxious. Yeah, the fact that the pans don't line up annoy me. Like if I wanted like a grungy palette that was still colorful that I could play with, and I know it's right here, but it's one I thought of, I would pull out my Cosmic Oasis. It's a smaller palette. It's grungy tones. You have the deep turquoise, you have the black, you have neutrals, you have these ready tones. You don't have as much of shimmers as what this is showing, but like this to me is like a pairing palette that I would grab when I want to go deeper or grungier, whereas like this palette, it just doesn't call to me. Yeah. Go into the void like an imposter in Among Us. Also the kimchi. Eh.
It hasn't caught me yet. That's all. It just hasn't caught me yet.
I just like I talked about how. So I thought that wait, I'm trying to find. I'm confused because okay, so they released these split pan blushes that feel very much like the old Too Faced Love Flush blushes, but in split pan, and then there's split pan highlighters. Oh, and then these are the bronzers.
Oh,
and
yeah, I remember that. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Colors that look all the same, kind of.
Shelly, I have not yet. I'm going to, probably. Give me a few weeks.
Yes. Oh, we talked about the palette they released last week, but we could bring it up again if you want. But yeah, and I honestly have heard people whose makeup opinions I trust say the experience they've had with Kimchi Beauty has not been great. So while while a highlighter lover like me looks at that and I'm like, ooh, iridescent. I'm also like, I have that so many times over in my
I'm wearing that. You know what I mean? Like I'm wearing that and this one's from Audra and I love it forever and a day. Like this is honestly, I think one of my favorite highlighters all year.
Yeah. It's just not quite. Here's the thing is I think that if they were the kind of brand that if they got picked up in like Ulta, where they were a little bit more accessible in terms of buying, throwing in a basket. This is notoriously morbid. I was just looking at their social media. I could maybe consider trying them, but having to like buy specifically from their site, I don't really want to. Oh yeah, and this is the palette we talked about last week.
Yeah. Which I kind of still like.
It's pretty. I just get annoyed by the wasted space, so it's not going to be for me. But like seeing these swatches again, I'm like, you're pretty, actually. You're prettier than I remember. I think it's these swatches that I don't like. These swatches to me don't.
I'm so sorry, y'all. I apologize.
But this arm, I'm like, that's actually pretty. That's pretty. Yeah. So, thank you, Gabby. Please like the stream.
Yes, please like the stream. We're probably going to have to bounce. I'm so sorry. This
we've been here for over 2 hours, Audra. You've been struggling with Audra You've been struggling with heartburn for a little while now. So
I didn't think about it, and now I'm only allowed to have like this much of that pink lemonade. If I have any more than that, apparently, because I did this yesterday, and I didn't realize that it was the pink lemonade until today when I'm doing the same thing. So like
you literally look in pain. So we don't have to continue you being in pain. Rachel Joy is recommending some milk.
Oh, I cannot. I'm lactose intolerant.
I was gonna say, I was like, that would ruin me, but just thought I would.
Oh, it's gross. I'm lactose intolerant. I'll just be like, bleh.
But thank y'all for being amazing and being yes, Nexium. Can we get some sponsors? Can we get some like older YouTuber sponsors? Like, can I get like Excedrin, Nexium, Adam and Eve? Still gunning for Adam and Eve. That's a goal.
I really would like an Adam and Eve sponsorship. I like the toys of the sexy time.
Yes. And again, thank y'all. We'll be back on Thursday on my channel. Don't know the topic yet. Can't remember if we decided, but we'll be there and hopefully we will see y'all then. Did you want to say anything else, Audra?
Thank all of you so much. I'm sorry. I really appreciate y'all. Please be kind. It costs $0 to be kind. And it's a soul. And remember, listen, when I'm done with the heartburn, if you're not kind, I will come for your soul. So,
she is snatching souls over there. Good night, everyone.